Welcome to the eighth week. Or wait, no, it's the week 7 recap. I always get that confused. I never know what week we're on because I'm slow. But this week was pretty crazy. I know I said that every episode, but this week was actually insane. I didn't even know what teams I was watching. Some teams didn't look like the teams that they are. Bills. A lot of upsets. A lot of history was made. Um, and overall, it was just crazy. So I think we should just jump right into it because there's lots of recaps. I think that to me, this kind of hurts because I don't really like this coach that much because I think he sucks without Tom Brady. But Bill Belichick gets his 300th win against the Bills. Somehow, I still don't know how they lost that game.
Yeah, I mean that was pretty crazy. I mean
Yep.
Mac Jones actually played really good.
I know,
And
who thought that would happen?
yeah, I don't know. I didn't think that was gonna happen.
Yeah, the
But
Patriots being 1-5, I really didn't think they had an opportunity to even have a chance of winning. But I don't know, Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs didn't click until the very end of the game when it was kind of too late, and then Gesicki grittied all over them in the end zone at the end. So the Pats pulled through with the win, surprisingly, and Bill Belichick 300th win. I think it's the third most of all time for head coach, but
Yeah,
yeah,
just
yeah,
crazy upset. Gesicki grittying and just a great upset overall. I didn't expect it to happen.
yeah. And I think the upset was crazy, but what I think is crazier was was Josh Allen's performance. To say that he did good isn't doesn't really make much sense. But it doesn't make sense to say he did bad. He just had an ugly, ugly interception. Like that one where he throws it to nobody except for
Quan.
I don't remember his name, but that was very disappointing to see. It looked like Sam Howell who we threw it to that one against last week. It was just awful. And even if it's not picked, it was 6 feet behind Knox. He couldn't get it anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also, I just want to say that the Bills' O line wasn't the best. Without Matthew Judon, the Patriots' pass rush doesn't look too scary whatsoever. But they got to Josh Allen a couple times. The Bills' O line was really not holding up that well. That's why Josh Allen was kind of pressured and kind of made some poor decisions on his throws, which kind of led to them losing. But yeah, it's just not good for the Bills. Kind of shows some signs of like not being the team they want to be, and just kind of scary for Bills fans and the
yeah,
organization to see their team lose to a team who really didn't have any signs of being good at all, but they came in and beat the Bills. It was in New England, right?
yeah. It wasn't New England.
Yeah,
Yeah. Usually the Bills win at
But
home.
yeah, but
that's still
even
not an
like last week,
excuse.
we saw them. They just started off super slow against
Yeah,
the Giants. They really didn't start doing anything till the fourth quarter, and we saw that again in New England. They didn't. They
it's
kept
like
it
yeah, it's
moving
like
all
they
game.
go in these games thinking, oh, we got an inferior opponent, we could just slack off, and then by the time they realize, we're in trouble. There's 3 minutes left in the game, and they can't do anything.
Yeah,
That's what the Cowboys always do, but except it's a better team.
yeah. I mean, Mac Jones also played very good. He had 272 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks, which is actually
Yeah,
pretty rare. And he was 25 and
especially for
30,
Mac.
so he had a really good game.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was an impressive performance by Mac Jones, but
And I just want to say the former Cowboy Ezekiel Elliott finally got in the end zone this year. Congratulate him on
yeah,
that.
he got in the end zone against the Raiders. That was the second one.
Well, it didn't really matter. It's the only one that I cared about.
Yeah,
I just,
congratulations, Zeke. We still love you. We still love you, Zeke.
I know.
And I'll be honest, I was so confident that the Bills were going to win this game that I know we don't talk about fantasy on this in these recaps because we usually do that in other segments and stuff. But I started literally everybody. I was so confident. I started James Cook.
James
That's how
Cook is a solid
confident.
man.
That's how confident I was that they were gonna just blow this team out, and they didn't do anything.
If you were
That's
super
probably why I
confident,
lost.
you should have started Gabe Davis. But
Oh, I started him too.
yeah,
God.
It's the Patriots. Who I it's like, how do you like
I don't know.
I,
It
I
just
don't I don't
happened.
know. I don't understand. Well, you know, Bills are frauds. Bill Belichick can win without Tom Brady, I guess. And
I think how many more wins does he need to be a first?
a lot
I don't
that
know.
he's not gonna. But he's not gonna get those wins if he's still on the Patriots. I can guarantee you that.
Well, it's not like he's retiring anytime soon, so we
Yeah,
don't know
he's
yet.
like the Greg Popovich of the NFL. But I think
He has
that's enough
he has
about.
328.
Oh,
Oh,
so
Yeah,
that's
Don
so
Shula.
unless that's like 3 seasons at least if they win like majority of their games, and I doubt that's gonna happen.
yeah. If they make the playoffs each year, then he'll have to do at least 4 to make it.
Unless the division's terrible and they go like 7-10 and still make the
Yeah,
playoffs.
but their division is the Dolphins, the Jets, and the Bills.
Yeah, and the Jets just got Aaron Rodgers.
Imagine
So
Aaron Rodgers
they'll
comes
have him
back.
next year.
Anyways, besides that,
Excuse
you know what? I feel like doing it. I'm gonna
me.
introduce the next segment. Let's talk about the Ravens slaughtering the Lions at home. It was just ugly from the start. What do you guys think about the
God,
Ravens?
bro.
And what does this tell you about the Lions?
Well, I mean Lamar. I mean he was just making that defense look horrible, and
Yeah.
the defense has always been bad. It definitely looked a lot better this year, but the Ravens definitely exposed them a little bit, and their offense couldn't get going either. So I don't know. I think the Ravens just outplayed them.
Yeah.
But the Ravens were also like horrible in the red zone, and they were. I think they had 5 total touchdowns and only 1 field goal.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, they were much better this week in the red zone compared to what they've done all year. And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of teams have struggled in the red zone, but the Ravens, they showed up. They did what they had to. They definitely did more than they had to, winning by like
Yeah.
32 points. The Lions couldn't get going on offense until like fourth quarter, 5 minutes left. It didn't really matter at that point. So I just feel like the Ravens showed up more than the Lions, and the Ravens wanted it more. And it definitely showed. Lamar having a great game. My fantasy team got carried by him. He had like
Yeah.
30 something points. It was crazy. But
Same thing, and Justin Tucker actually did good because he had a
yeah.
field goal and they had like 6 extra points. Not 6, 5. So he had like 8 points. But we don't talk about fantasy in these recaps. So, but I'd also like to say that Mark Andrews, I hate you. And I also like to say, Jameer Gibbs, I love you.
But he scored 30.
Yeah, he scores first TD.
Oh, in garbage time.
Yeah, but I say it didn't really matter, and I think they missed the extra point too after.
Or they went for 2. I don't remember. But
Yeah, yeah.
I think this was the Lions' first time all year that they had Jameer Gibbs, Amon St. Brown, Sam Laporta, and I think Jameson Williams all on the field, all starting.
Except
And it
David
was
Montgomery.
ugly.
Didn't
Yeah,
they have him starting week 1? Who didn't play week 1 out of those guys?
Sam Laporta, I think.
Oh,
Maybe.
well, probably was because he's a rookie.
Yeah.
He's been cooking. He's a beast. I don't even know who he was until like I do a couple DraftKings and then like he's like a bunch of money and I'm like, who is this guy? And then people end up beating me because they had Sam Laporta and he has like 30 points somehow. It
I
just
said Laporta's doing great. How do you not know who he is?
it was like week 2.
Yeah, but he's a dog. He's a dog.
He wasn't no dog in week 1.
He's a dog.
Yeah, he wasn't the dog week 1.
Yeah, but I picked
Yes,
him up
dog.
on my waivers. Best decision I ever made. Like, I was like, but I also like another thing I like to talk about was, a little man called Amon St. Brown. Listen, okay, the Ravens secondary is fine. They're not
Mid.
terrible,
I think they're like
but
top.
they're pretty good.
They don't have
It's like
Marcus
they're not,
Peters.
yeah, but they're not good.
Marcus Peters
And
is-
I really expected more from him to go crazy. The whole team, I thought everyone would go crazy, but you don't always get what you want, I guess.
I thought the Lions would win. I thought it'd be like kind of a close game, maybe even a shootout. But definitely wasn't that. It was more of a blowout in the Ravens' favor. They definitely came to play. The Lions didn't. Everybody on the Lions in fantasy stunk. I mean, I don't know what Amon Ra had. I think he did okay. A couple receptions, but pretty much nobody really did anything touchdown-wise except Jameer Gibbs at the end. It wasn't a good day for the Lions. A great day for the Ravens, showing that they're a potential playoff team, if not already a playoff team, being 5-2, which is pretty good for them at this point in the season. Because usually they're either 7-0 or they're like 2-5. So to see them like not the best, but like pretty good, it's kind of surprising to me. Even though they have a great team overall around them, I feel like Lamar's playing kind of like his MVP self. Definitely not exactly like it. MVP of Lamar was much better than Lamar right now, but it's kind of, you can see the similarities and the good things about the Ravens and the Lions. Hopefully they can bounce back and get it together. I don't know who they play this week, but is it the Raiders? Yeah, they play the Raiders on Monday night. Hopefully they can. Probably will bounce back and win, but we'll see what
Yeah.
happens with the Ravens.
Yeah, speaking of the Raiders, I think that's a great way to transition into our next topic. Quote, some stupid Baggett kid wins his first start for the Bears and gets their first home win since September of 2026.
I mean,
Chris, I think would you like to lead this subject?
I'll go ahead and spare Chris. There's not much to say, but the Raiders, I don't know. Jimmy G didn't play.
Bad
So,
defense. Bad
yeah,
defense.
defense couldn't
Brian
really
Hoyer needs to
get to him.
retire.
Yeah, I don't know why you didn't start O'Connell. I don't know what Josh McDaniels is
Like
thinking.
O'Connell's bad, but he's
He's
not Brian Hoyer.
He's not
worse.
even that
He's not worse
bad.
than Brian Hoyer.
He's not
The
bad.
only reason why he did bad against the Chargers because our O-line was allowing Khalil Mack to get in.
Yeah, Khalil Mack, like,
And
he's
we almost lost to the
panicking.
Chargers. We almost lost to the Chargers. So we
Yeah,
got to give the
we
Raiders
did.
credit for being in that game.
Yeah.
But I think O'Connell's better, but Jimmy G didn't play. Bad back.
Easily better.
Max Crosby. I think he had like 1 sack at one point. I don't know.
Yeah, he had one.
But it's
Yeah,
pretty
but
good for Crosby.
it was just total control the entire game. Like, the Raiders, they just couldn't get it going. Like,
The Bears usually don't start like with the win. I mean, they don't start with a touchdown. They usually don't take the lead at first.
but they
They
did.
did.
So.
They did versus the Broncos, but they ended up losing.
That was crazy.
Yeah, but
Let me
Deontay
rephrase.
Foreman went off.
They usually don't keep the lead if they get,
Yeah, they usually don't keep them.
and that's what they did versus the Commanders, and now against the Raiders at home. The Bears
Yeah.
came to play. The Raiders, their O-line couldn't hold up. Brian Hoyer just wasn't the man the Raiders needed to get back into that game after they had like the 14-0 deficit. I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like the Raiders, they were missing some key pieces, and the Bears coming in at home kind of confident after scoring first, kept the lead, and just kind of stayed like that, and they kind of dominated the rest of the game and the rest of the way there. Their defense played pretty good. I mean, they allowed 12 points, but that's pretty good for the Bears because usually they're allowing like 30. But the Bears came to play.
Yeah.
Raiders lost. It is what it is, but we'll see what happens this week on Monday night for the Raiders. I don't know who the Bears play.
Yeah. But this begs the question. To me, this game has me pretty worried. Because, yes, they did win. That's good. But what does this mean for Justin Fields? A random guy coming into your position and just absolutely going off and going crazy and actually playing good. Something that he hasn't been doing.
This guy was Division II, undrafted rookie. And he threw for like 245 yards.
Bro,
245
he's not
yards.
even D1. He's not even a D1 prospect.
Dude, most of these people are in D1. in the NFL. Most of the superstars, I will say, there's a lot that are D1, but the ones that aren't, they're not bad. And I think he came in, he got a little confident, and he scored. He did what he had to do. I don't think that means that he's gonna replace Fields whatsoever, and that means like he's a good quarterback. I just think he didn't really have to try after they kind of went up. I feel like he kind of got confident enough to just
Yeah, and I think
go with the
the
flow.
run game. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the run
Oh
game was
yeah, the
also
run game
doing
easily
great.
bro.
He didn't really do
So
much passing, so
He
I
pushed
don't
for like
know
200
what.
yards, I think.
I don't think it means
yeah,
anything. I don't think it means anything for like Fields. He's still gonna be the starter. The run game went crazy. They were just running all over the Raiders, and that
yeah.
kind of changed the momentum from the start to the end.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Tyson Bagent, or whatever his last name is, he went to Shepherd
Agent.
University. I've never
Shepherd,
even heard of that.
that sounds like somewhere where you learn how to farm.
He broke a D2 record for most completions, passing yards, and passing touchdowns.
Wow.
D2.
Wow, that's not a very high bar.
Hey, D2 is not bad. I mean, I'm not saying a lot of
Yeah,
D2 players, a lot of D2 people don't really go far in the league, but the rookie. Oh, I just
But,
want
I
to
mean, if
clear.
he
I
can
just
play
want to
good
say.
again, then
Yeah.
maybe there might be some conversation.
I just want to say. I think it was 65. He had 65 family members in attendance that day. I don't know how he had so many family members that were willing to go to a game. I mean, it's kind of like I don't know how you get 65 people who are that close to you to go to a game, but 65 is a lot. And they came to see him hand the ball off and throw it when he needed to, but they won. So probably good for. They're probably happy with their son for winning, but
And
yeah.
or
nephew
their
and
or their
cousin and
relatives.
uncle and second brothers.
Yeah. Or
Like
like
Max
step
Crosby,
cousin.
or I say Max. Daniel Carlson, take notes. So taking notes, buddy. But yeah, the Raiders, they'll bounce back.
Okay. Okay. So next up we have the Browns going into Indianapolis and getting. It wasn't easy, but they pulled through and got the win. Um, it was last minute fight to the death. It was just intense the whole time. The game was close every step of the way, but the Browns pulled through at the literally last minute, if not last
Yeah.
seconds. So,
Yeah, I mean, Myles Garrett was definitely the biggest part of this game for sure. He had 9 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and
block
of
kick.
course the blocked field goal. But yeah, I mean that touchdown in the end zone was definitely important.
Yeah,
I don't know how tall he is, but I know he's 270, which is insane for a guy to be that athletic at 270. And he's not short. He's like 6'3". So that he's just a
Myles Garrett's
monster.
6'4".
Honestly, right now, I think he's the best defender in the league. There's obviously T.J. Watt, Nick Bosa, Micah Parsons, but he's one of the best. I think he's the best right now. And Crosby's also up there. I will say that, but he just dominated. He got that strip sack fumble in the end zone. They recovered it. The Colts, though, I don't want to mention. I don't want to leave them out because they put up a great fight.
Gardner
They
Minshew
wanted it
played great.
really bad.
you can't blame Gardner Minshew. He's getting tackled by a 6'3", 270 Myles Garrett, one of the best defensive players in the league. You can't expect him to just go crazy, But I think we should stop praising this team. Let's talk about the real issue about this game. The officiating, the last minutes of the game, that was just horrendous. Like to say I'm sitting there and he says pass interference on or illegal contact, and I was like, oh okay. And then I see, bro, literally not even Victor Wembanyama could have caught that pass. No, nobody. Maybe the guys in the front stands could have caught it, but not any receiver on the Browns. I just don't see how that gets even called illegal contact.
I mean, I don't know.
You're
It's
sideways.
I know I'm looking at something about the Patriots. They
Yeah, I mean, I don't
released
know
their.
why they throw those flags, even though like it's an uncatchable ball.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it's just dumb.
It said they released their quarterback, but it's some like third stringer, so I don't really care. It's like
What's the
Malik
point of telling?
Cunnington or something. Some random.
Wait, him? Okay, I don't know who that is. Like, you guys, it's like that guy used
Anyways,
to play in Bakersfield. He used to play in
Colts.
Florida State. Like,
Anyways, PJ Walker kind of did good. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't remember
yeah, he did
why
pretty good.
Deshaun Watson went out. I know he had like some shoulder injury.
No, no,
I
no.
wasn't
He
really
he
watching
he
because
got
of
hit.
the
He
news.
hit his head on the ground. He
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 was like,
literally he passed concussion protocol. I think he didn't want to hurt himself. He's seen Tua a couple times, and he's kind of a wimp, so he probably didn't want to play.
yeah.
So
Yeah, and he threw like a pick and like
yeah,
5 yards passing.
he did pretty bad. I mean, if you start him this week, sorry to you
I
guys.
started him this week. He's my backup quarterback.
Yeah, guess who I started who I started below Lamar Jackson.
Deshaun Watson.
Jared Goff, so that was a good decision.
I started Jared Goff because I had Joe Burrow and he's on a bye, which is probably the only reason you started Deshaun Watson because you had Joe Burrow on a bye.
Yeah, what teams have buys this week? Because I was looking at the
Honestly, I don't
like,
think there's any.
schedule. Like I was looking at the schedule because I was trying to get our predictions, which will be uploaded to hopefully on Thursday. I was looking at it because I was getting everything ready, and I was like, there's a lot of games this week because usually there's not that much. Because the buys
yeah,
aren't
there
good.
is no bye weeks this week.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
then that's why. All right,
So
well, let's
today's
talk
gonna be
about that
crazy
when we get
Sunday.
there.
So I just want to say, usually at home when the refs are usually on the home team side, but in the Indianapolis game, it was just all on the Brown side. The refs probably are Browns fans or something. Jake, by the way, I could hear the keyboard.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I couldn't really hear it super loud.
No, you can't.
Yeah, cut this out. Why don't we just transition to the next?
Jacob, stop
Yes.
doing that, dude. At least mute.
Huh?
At least mute.
Dude, I can hear your keyboard and your chair.
Like
It's
just
not.
press a button and then do whatever the heck you do.
Okay, so next up, we have Kelsey going crazy at home for Taylor Swift and the Swifties on National Tight Ends Day.
Like no. Like Taylor Swift is getting so annoying, and the
Okay.
NFL just like loves it so much because they've never had any celebrity that's like
Yeah.
actually famous go to a game before. So they're like,
Yeah, well, hold on. Let me hit that. Let me hit the Taylor Swift handshake. All right, I'm the best at it. All right, that handshake, bro. I literally had secondhand embarrassment watching it. I was just like,
And it's so funny because as soon as Kelsey would go for the ball, he would like go up and then drop it, and then they were like that happens.
They're like-
That's gonna happen. Why are you shocked that he dropped the ball? He's not gonna head top everybody. No matter like how many times you're in attendance, he's not gonna always catch it. People are human. So I just want to clarify that. Kelsey, he had a great game. Great game.
Yeah, I know. Like on first day, they were saying like he's the most dangerous pass catcher in the league.
I mean, when you have the best quarterback
I
in the league
definitely-
on you, it's easier to
Yeah,
be good.
I know. I was like, what?
I definitely don't think he's dangerous after the catch.
I think he's
He's
good.
dangerous.
He does run, like,
He's
3
dangerous
yard
when they don't
throws.
guard him.
Yeah, no one guards him.
I know.
In the
I always
season, like,
watch the
sometimes,
games,
like,
and I know this is about him going off, but I just want to say, every time I watch the games, he goes into the thing, goes that way and that way. He just stands there. He's open. Then he like walks. I'm talking. He jogs like a 40-year-old dude just walking on the streets. He just jogs, and he somehow gets like 30 yards. Like it's not like he's even sprinting. Well, he's just so big that like his lunges are so far he doesn't even have to like skedaddle with his legs.
Unless it's Derwin James, then he gets laid out.
Yeah.
his 40-yard dash was a 4.6.
Well, he doesn't really use his speed in game.
Yeah, but say all he does is just run 2 yards.
He's most of
turn
a
around,
put your
that's it.
shoulder down and hope you chuck him kind of guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he does get yak, but it's because nobody wants to guard him, and he doesn't even like have to run fast because nobody like wants to tackle him either. I mean, he's pretty big, so I see why they don't want to tackle him, but he's a player. You got to do your job and tackle him instead of just letting him score. It just doesn't make sense to me. But
Yeah.
Kelsey, he's human. He does things. He is a good tight end. I will say that. He's one of the best. He's.
Yeah.
I want to say he's top. He's top.
He's got to be bro. He's number one. He's the best tight end in the league.
Oh, I mean all time.
Oh. Well,
He's
yeah.
like
No.
he's like 4.
3. Yeah, 3.
Because Gronk, TG, and Antonio Gates are above him easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you genuinely think that Travis Kelsey is better than Tony Gonzalez or Gronk, you actually have mental issues.
Antonio Gates is also better.
And you should be investigating. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Antonio Gates is definitely better.
Yeah. Because guess what? He actually ran routes. They guarded him.
They actually caught the ball.
They tried to tackle him.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that kind of shows that they don't want to tackle him because they're scared, or they don't want to tackle him because they want him to get more yards because they have him on fantasy.
But then again,
I wonder what the commissioner would do if someone were to like injure him. Like, what are we gonna do now? Taylor Swift isn't gonna come to the games.
I know this is about Kelsey, but I just wonder, like, same with Mahomes. Like, he does a normal pass, and the announcers go crazy. But the fact that when he runs it, nobody dares to, like, touch him. Like, they couldn't get an easy shoulder down pop. He makes him fumble, but they don't want to. They don't,
because then
like, they don't tackle him.
They get, like, death penalty or, like, sentenced to jail for, like...
What they say, then they get 50-yard penalty.
That's the part of football that they don't
understand.
Football
isn't football anymore. You gotta understand that, Joe. Football isn't football anymore.
We're in a soft age.
Might as well just put flags on them. Literally, that's all. Just at that point, just put flags on them. Say, let's play flag football.
In Italy.
Yeah,
sorry.
But I mean, I thought I was gonna say. Oh, okay, yeah. So like, no one guards Travis Kelsey, and that's like your only concern. That should be like your only concern because it's Travis Kelsey, and there's no one else on that offense that can do anything. Kadarius Toney can barely catch the ball.
Sky Moore, he's a nobody.
MVS isn't gonna do anything.
I mean,
Sky Moore's not gonna do anything either. So like, I don't know.
They have Juju, but he never gets playing time. So I see how he's always getting the ball, but like, people, you need to understand it's your job.
New England.
Forget I said Juju, but people gotta understand it's your job to tackle, and when you don't want to do that against a specific player and quarterback, it just doesn't make sense to me. And I know Taylor Swift, or like all the Swifties, will come after you if you hurt their precious king, Travis Kelsey, but you just gotta do what you gotta do and play your job instead of just letting him be open every time and easy catches, easy yards.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Yeah. So, our next subject is the Dolphins losing to another team with the winning record, aka the Philadelphia Eagles, on Sunday night in Philly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they played horrible. Definitely
not.
Yeah, they didn't play bad at all, but
the Eagles play better.
They faced a good team.
Yeah.
Their defense actually did a lot better than
definitely
I anticipated because they picked him off. They picked off Jalen Hurts. Fumble recovery. Well, they had a pick 6 on that one pick, but the defense definitely did good. I don't know what was wrong with the offense.
Yeah. The Eagles, their offense, I mean, they did what they had to. They did what they usually do every week. Throw to Goddard and A.J. Brown, and sometimes Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith had a pretty quiet game, but they didn't really need him. A.J. Brown had another 125-yard game. His 5th straight. I don't know if that's a record or not. I think it is. But even besides that, they went off. The Eagles, they just came to play at home. Usually the Eagles at home, they win. I don't know why. I feel like the Eagles at home were like 2 times better than the actual Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know why. I don't know what home does to them, but I feel like being in Philly is much better than being away, I guess. But
yeah, especially not being in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the most consecutive games having over 100 yards having over 100 receiving yards is Adam Thielen with 8. And
No,
I think
125. He has 5 straight with
I don't know if that's a
125.
record.
I don't know
Maybe that
if
is a record though.
Jay Jettis was on track to beat it with 4, so I think he does have the record now.
No,
But Jay
okay,
just
yeah.
didn't
Well,
get it.
AJ Brown is the 10th player to have at least 4 straight games with 125 or more yards.
Yeah. It's still pretty impressive. I mean, the Eagles really don't have much other weapons. I mean, they have weapons, but AJ Brown is their guy. He's been their guy last year and definitely this year so far. He just been playing really well. The Dolphins, like you said, their defense they held up pretty good. I didn't think they would hold up so much against the good Eagles offense, but they even got to Hurts a couple times. I don't think they sacked him a bunch of times, but I think they definitely pressured him. But when
Yeah,
QBs
I mean that's what
get out the
forced them into
pocket,
like
they
kind of
just
bad
nobody
decisions.
tackles them.
Yeah, I feel
Um,
like watching that game it was just like I don't know, like it was just like I was just sitting there and like and it's complete because they were going deep all game. Like they were doing like 4 verticals like pretty much every play.
I just want
But
to say, even with the loss, thank you Tyreek Hill for being half decent and putting up a great performance for my fantasy team. Even in an L, you did your job. You did what I needed you to do. I mean, probably still lost in that league. I was either up or I was either down. So
hey,
you
we
really
don't
didn't
talk
matter.
about fantasy.
Yeah, I
But yeah,
didn't do too well this week, but oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, we don't
Probably because
talk
you're in
about
like
that.
45 leagues.
Okay,
yeah.
so I guess this leads us to our final segment, the 49ers. Or should I say the 40,
Popping.
or should I say the 40 losers
Yeah.
lose their second straight.
Oh, 40 minus.
Yeah, the 49ers lose their second straight game against the Minnesota Vikings. Just
Jordan
saying that kind of.
Addison went crazy.
Oh yeah, he went insane.
Tre'Davious Ward is his son, bro.
Actually,
Like he got picked off at the beginning and he went off like crazy afterwards.
It's not like he even got picked off. It was just like it went into his hands and he he
yeah. I mean,
kept
he
it.
did get kind of schooled because Tre'Davious Ward just took it from his hands like that.
Yeah.
I mean, after that, he took it away from him. Scored with 7 seconds left before the half, and continued to go off. I mean, I think he could have had like 2 or like 4 touchdowns total. But there was one PI in the end zone, and
Yeah.
then there was one that um, Kirk Cousins just overthrew.
Yeah. Definitely before half, that one was insane. With 7 seconds left after, it wasn't 7 seconds when he caught it. It was 7 seconds after he scored. But still, with 7 seconds left, with like I want to say 20 seconds left in the half, to just get the ball thrown to you and just to rip it out of the same guy who just ripped it out of your hands for the pick. It probably feels good to just get in that zone and put your team up against the best team projected wise. Like people think they're the best team in the league at this point.
Yeah.
I still think I don't want to say they are, but I don't know if the Eagles are gonna go all the way up to the best. I mean, they beat the Dolphins, who were like third. I don't know. Jordan Addison went crazy, like you said. He's probably the offensive rookie of the year so far. I mean, I don't think there's anybody else like Bijan. He's up there too, but I mean, he's like has a headache and he can't. He gets like one
CJ
touch the whole
Stroud.
game.
Yeah, I think CJ Stroud.
I forgot quarterbacks count.
Yeah.
Let's give him like
Yeah.
But
offensive quarterback of the year.
yeah. But another thing about that game is that here's the thing though. Does this mean that the Niners are trash? Absolutely not. I still think that they're the best team in the NFL. I still think that they're the best. I still think that
Thank you.
they're gonna continue to play amazing. Especially because I who are they playing this week? I think they're playing someone
Niners
trash.
or the
Yeah,
The
Vikings?
Niners are playing the Bengals.
yeah, the Bengals.
That's
So
a dub. That's a dub.
yeah, that's an
I
easy
mean,
dub for
maybe
them.
it's an L. You
I
never
honestly
know.
think it'll be a
But
close
You never know.
game. Brock Purdy's been playing like trash.
yeah,
We'll talk about the
I
predictions. We'll see who
yeah,
we pick. We'll see
yeah.
what happens.
But I mean, Brock Purdy, like it really showed that if he doesn't have Debo Samuel or Christian McCaffrey to take his dumps 65 yards to the house, breaking 7 tackles, then he's just not a good QB.
And when he doesn't
But I
have
mean,
Debo,
he's
doesn't have Debo.
obviously a good QB. Here's the thing though, he's still a good QB, but he's just not as good as Niners fans make him seem like he is. Like,
Yeah, but I mean, he is in a very good situation with a good defense. Obviously, CMC the best running back in the
yeah,
league.
best O line, best receiver core, best running back.
He has a good tight end too. But I
Oh
mean,
yeah, that's one of the best tight ends.
He
I mean,
has
if you
the
look at
best
Dak
overall
Prescott
team.
too,
The best overall team on all sides of the ball. All wait, not special teams because I don't know what's up
Yeah,
with that
Jake
kicker
Moody.
they have. Yeah, Moody is what I like to call him, and not in a good way. I call him that sarcastically because we've seen what he's done. I mean, he did hit that 55 yarder or 50 something yarder, but he did miss that 40 yarder after missing the game winner the week before.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Niners they lost the game. It was they were losing from the start. They were never. I'm gonna
in
be honest.
control.
Yeah, they were never in control of the score. Like they didn't have the momentum on their side the whole entire game.
yeah. I mean, they
It's
were
kind of
driving
crazy.
until CMC fumbled.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy how that's the Vikings' first quarter touchdown, and that's the like Niners' first time trailing, like first time allowing a touchdown first. Like the
Yeah,
momentum shifted
for
from the start
this.
because like they weren't used to being down at the very beginning, and it just happened in a way that kind of shifted to the offense. Brock Purdy, 2 picks. He didn't
Yeah,
do
that's
too bad,
3 in the
but
last 2 games.
yeah, he's been turning the ball over a lot. The O line wasn't the best. Trent Williams, was he playing? I don't know, but
He was out.
yeah, he was out. They were missing a couple key components, but still, that doesn't give you the excuse to lose to a Vikings team who could barely beat the Panthers, who were like 0-6. It's kind of
Yeah,
surprising to me. Like
and not to mention Justin Jefferson was out.
exactly, the
So I
best
mean, if he
the
was
best
in,
receiver is not even playing, and you still lose to a team who's 2-4. It just I didn't think it would happen. Nobody would or did, but it just happened. The Niners, hope we'll see if they bounce back. The Vikings, I don't know who they play, but whoever it is, they'll probably bounce back. Not bounce back. They'll probably win. But the momentum they have coming in after beating one of the best teams, the Niners just they didn't
they
come
play
to
the
play.
Packers.
The Packers, oh that's a
Yep.
W easily.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Packers have been terrible.
yeah. But overall, it was a crazy week. But the episode is by no means over because we'd like to start making some shorts at the end of our recaps. I know, crazy. Who saw that one coming? So that's gonna be exciting. So I think that we're just gonna kick off by our new segment, shorts. It's not gonna take a long time. It'll be like just an extra like few minutes at the end of every episode. So because we need to shower. So I think that we should just let Chris take it away.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ask you guys who. Well, you guys are going to guess who has higher passing yards or who has more passing yards this season, and I'm going to name 2 quarterbacks. So first, we're going to start with Russell Wilson or Mac Jones.
Oh, that's hard. Uh,
I'm gonna be honest. I think it's Russell Wilson because the Broncos, honestly, the whole entire season so far, I haven't seen them run the ball like at all. And when they do get it to the running backs, it's either like a quick throw to the side or screen pass, or like an RPO. They throw the ball more than they like run it. They just don't really run the ball much. The running backs aren't bad, but the run game isn't the best. The O line is definitely not good whatsoever. So I feel like Russ definitely throws the ball more. The pass though, they don't throw the ball. I mean, they don't run the ball that much either. But I feel like Mac Jones hasn't been as efficient as Russell Wilson this season. But I guess I'll say
yeah,
Russ.
I think I also got Russ too.
All right. Well, you guys are both correct with Russell Wilson at 1,499, Mac Jones at 1,480. So now the next
Wow.
two are going to be C.J. Stroud or Sam Howell.
Okay, you're nah. Yeah,
It has to be CJ, right?
this is CJ. You're pulling my third. You're pulling my leg. Okay. Like,
CJ's been more efficient, I think. We'll
yeah.
see.
I just. All right. Tell it to me straight,
Commanders
Doc.
suck.
CJ Stroud has 1,660. Sam Howell has 1,749.
No way.
Sam Howell is eighth in the
Oh.
league in passing yards.
8th or 18th?
Yeah, eighth.
8th. Who's first? Like 2000?
Yeah, two was first with 2000.
Oh, Tua. Yeah, I forgot about him.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on
Um,
to our last one.
All right. Guess who has higher passing yards, Kirk Cousins or Jared Goff?
I'm just like Kirk's been balling out this year. Not gonna lie.
I think no.
David Montgomery.
I think
I'm
it's
gonna say
Goff.
Kirk. I'm gonna say Kirk because David
I'm gonna
Montgomery's
say
been good.
Goff.
The run game has been good for the Lions, so I think they're running the ball.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Goff because I
Getting-
feel like they're in a lot higher scoring games.
Yeah,
So
but I think Kirk because he's been balling out.
All right. Jared Goff has 1,902. Kirk Cousins has 2,056. Kirk Cousins has more
Let's
passing yards.
go. Dang, Kirk is crazy.
this game, I
2000.
hate this game.
I mean, the Vikings don't have a rushing touchdown all year,
Oh, I forgot about that.
so
That's why I picked him.
they're
I
all
obviously knew
reliant
that.
on Kirk.
I obviously knew that. So I picked him.
All right. Well, it's been a good time with you. We hope this video makes your day better. We hope that you have an amazing day. And we're signing out. Goodbye. We love
Thanks
you.
for-
Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Thanks for tuning